I'm Winnie.
And I'm Tim.
And together we're ExtraLivesTV. We're here to give you the female and the male,
the hardcore and the casual perspectives on games for the iPhone, iPod Touch, and the iPad.
And this week we're going to give you our no BS thumbs up or thumbs down reviews on 3 games that are available for both the iPhone and the iPad. You ready?
Yeah, let's play.
Woo! Orbital by Bitforge is a game of skill and strategy. You shoot orbs into a grid and the orb will expand until it touches another wall or another orb. As it expands, a number will appear inside the orb, and this is the number of times an orb needs to hit it in order for it to burst. The objective is to burst as many orbs as possible without having the orb bounce into the bottom of the screen. Simple, but I hate to burst your bubble, it's also fairly hard. For you newbies out there, here's a pro tip. Try shooting the orbs so that they are as tiny as possible. Now here's the problem with Orbital. It's like crack. On top of that, Bitforge has given you 3 different flavors of crack called Gravity, Pure, and Supernova, game modes within Orbital, each of which are a lot of fun. My favorite is Supernova mode. When an orb bursts in Supernova mode, the surrounding orbs shed a number, sometimes setting off an amazing chain reaction, giving you bonus points. And I love getting bonus points. But by far the biggest upside of this game is the multiplayer mode, where no, you're not trying to compete for points, you're actually trying to just screw each other over as much as possible. The graphics are amazing, the game is just astonishingly well designed. If you want the game though, I recommend it on the iPhone for $2.99. The only benefit of having the iPad version is the extra space, which I'm not convinced you need. Overall though, thumbs up. Tim?
Winnie, you are better at Orbital than I am. That makes me kind of want to give it a thumbs down. But it's actually a really good game. It's a fun puzzle game, and you're right, I love the look. It reminds me a lot of like Geometry Wars and Geodefense, which we've talked about before. So, thumbs up. Charadium by NG Mocha is, well, it's Pictionary on your iPad and iPhone. One player is given a word that he or she has to get the other players to guess correctly by drawing on the screen. Points are awarded to the successful artist and guesser based on how quickly the correct word is typed in. If the artist fails, he or she will lose points. What's stopping you from cheating and just writing out the word? Not being a douchebag. That's what. Which really brings me to my main point. This game is very fun, but depends entirely on the other people playing with you. Thankfully, most of the people I've encountered so far have been a joy to play with. I've even added some of them to my in-game friends list, a handy feature. And if you do encounter a cheater who writes out the word literally with letters, you can warn them in-game. Add to all of this a pretty and easy to use interface, super quick online matchmaking, you're usually in a game so fast you don't even realize it started, plus achievements, and you get a no-brainer thumbs up from me. For the iPad version, that is. The iPhone version is, in my opinion, not quite as awesome. Smaller screen plus smaller keyboard equals less easy to play. But the free iPhone version is free, although it has a ton of ads to deal with, which is kind of really annoying. So thumbs up iPad, basically thumbs down iPhone. Winnie?
I love playing Pictionary with my friends, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did on the iPad. Now the iPhone version is another story. You have about this much space to draw on, and so it doesn't make the experience quite as fun. So overall, if you have an iPad, purchase it on the iPad. Thumbs up. So one of our viewers, Chris from San Francisco, asked, I played the iPhone version of Plants vs. Zombies and think it's great. Is the iPad version worth the additional purchase? Great question. First, about the game. Plants vs. Zombies is a tower defense game where you defend your home base from ironically cute-looking zombies by planting plants. Yes, plants. Plants such as pea shooters, squashes, Venus zombie-eating traps, to name a few. And here's the real kicker. Sunlight acts as the in-game currency. There are several modes in Plants vs. Zombies, the main one being Adventure mode, where you get to defend your home from zombies at varying levels, just as you would in a tower defense game. But by far my favorite part of Plants vs. Zombies are the mini-games, and my favorite mini-game? Whack-a-Zombie, where zombies come up from a grave and you frantically try to whack them with your finger. Playing it on the iPad is key since the iPad version allows for 11 simultaneous touch inputs. This means that you can gather your friends around to help you. Personally, I recommend the iPad version of the game even though it's $9.99 compared to the iPhone version, which is $2.99. There are more mini games on the iPad, endless survival mode, and beautiful graphics. So yes, Chris, if you're looking to purchase it again, do it on the iPad. Thumbs up overall. Tim?
Look, we all know where I stand with this game. We talked about it in our very first episode, and I basically said it was one of the best games of 2009, and that was for the PC. I mean, I've bought this game 3 times now. For the computer, for my iPhone, and now again for my iPad. It's just brilliantly made. What I love, if I were to give one example, something amazing about it is how it doesn't have to use any cheap exposition tactics like health bars over your enemies or your plants. The fact that your zombie sort of just loses an arm right before it's about to die, or the walnut, for example, starts crying before it's about to die, those little subtle hints that make it so that they don't have to use stuff like health bars is just a tiny piece of why this game's amazing. Thumbs up, iPad is probably the best version. Go for it. To recap, it sounds like we feel that Orbital is best on the iPhone and that Plants vs. Zombies and Charadium are best on the iPad.
Yep.
Awesome. So this was a full thumbs up week on ExtraLivesTV, and some of you I know might not like that, and here's how you can help.
That's right. Leave us a comment, post on our Facebook wall, or email us the name of a game you're on the fence about. If we feature it on our next episode, we'll send you the game.
Or a better game if we think it sucks.
Good idea.
Nice. See you next week.
Bye.